Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time and energy. Mr. Nilka here, aka the Sound Wizard, sharing with you insight, thought about how you can change your reality, how you can change the nature around you, and it's very, very simple. Most people think by changing where they live, their job, their relationship status, and all these other variables, that it's going to change their reality. Now, granted, that will have some effect, but whenever you change your environment or your location or whatever it is, you'll find that the same things that you wanted to change will present themselves in the new location. Why is that? Because the nature of you hasn't changed. Now, many people think, if I find someone who's more successful or have got their shit together, okay, you see this a lot, that your life is going to change. It's not necessarily that someone else is changing you or that environment is changing you. What it is the nature in you has changed. Therefore, outside of you begins to change and you begin to see this change. Hence why you think, wow, everything's starting to change. Because if you think about it, nature and all that is around us is of the same thing. Let's call it energy, let's call it spirit, let's call it frequency, vibration. So when you change that energy, frequency, and vibration within you, that around you, which is of the same thing, begins to correspond and manifest. You may have heard this word, manifestation, presents itself in a physical equivalent. Now, before I continue, I recommend, if you haven't already, add this book to your library, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And yes, there will be an affiliate link to Amazon for you to purchase the book in the description below. So let's plug in a little bit more about changing our nature so we can change the nature around us. Money comes to mind, whether it's your health, your physical status, maybe it's your relationship status, maybe you're after a new job or you want to live in a new town. Well, first and foremost, let's look at the type of nature that's going on within you. And you may think, well, when I move to a new town or when I'm with someone else, I noticed that I was thinking differently. So they changed me, or they helped change me. No, let me give you a clue here. What it was is you saw in that person their nature presenting themselves to them. And you were the witness of that, which then gave you the impression that your reality was changing because of them. And what it was is that you took on their nature. You began to see how they were acting, behaving, thinking, and doing. Therefore, you started to what's called emulate that, meaning copying to some degree how they were thinking, behaving, and acting. And you may notice this if you watch certain TVs or hang around certain people, you pick up a dialect or you pick up mannerisms. So you're picking up their nature or a naturism, a frequency, a vibration, an energy, a spirit. The more you repeat this, right, the more intensive. Think of it as tuning into a radio station. The clearer the radio station becomes, the clearer that nature then represents itself in front of you in nature. It's a reflection of the nature coming from yourself. So if you're looking to change your reality, change your nature, then we must begin to change the nature and reality that is within us. And it starts with mental energy. Your mental energy is very important. How are you thinking? If you're in a what if scenario and you're constantly what ifing, is leading you into a negative circumstance, a negative scenario, or an outcome that doesn't benefit you, then shift the what if to it being a benefit. What if this does work out? What if I do get that job? What if I go to another country? what would that be like? Wow, but what if it works out? What if it works out? Why not shift your mental energy into the scenario or outcomes or circumstances that bring you benefit, that alter the nature that serves you, which serves the nature in you. As within is without. You understand? So be good, be great, be brilliant. Thank you to NCS for the background music. Links to those YouTube clips will be in the description below, and I highly recommend and suggest that you begin to invest in what brings you benefit, and one of those investments will be going to the description, clicking on the link, investing in the book Think and Grow Rich, because it goes into a lot more detail, and it starts with this, changing the nature within you and how you can then begin to manifest your reality, and it will express how you think and feel and act into a physical equivalent. And now this works in both ways, a negative and a positive. Be good, be great, be brilliant. Learn to master yourself, everyone, because the more you master yourself, the more you master your life.